Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're gonna check another builds and tips, but before we start, let me thank you for finally hitting 1,000 subscribers. I'm really happy about it, it's all thanks to you guys, and I hope to be of assistance as long as possible, so let's continue with the video. So, as I was mentioning, today we're gonna check another builds and tips, and this one revolves around healing supporters. We checked previously region supporters. Those focus on supporters, blue region, if I'm not mistaken, on supporters that are constantly going to give you HP recovery, but they do it on certain time spans. So the ones that we're going to be checking are usually the ones that give you recovery on active. We're also going to check a couple more that also do something like region to some degree. So the first supporter that we're going to check is Yozora. Yozora is a very old supporter. I don't think that most people have this one. Like, obviously all players do have this one, and it was pretty important at the beginning of the game when we didn't have that many HP recovery options. Some characters, yes, they did have HP recovery, but it was on one specific color, so it wasn't great. So this kind of supporter would help out any player because you would have HP recovery on demand. So Yozora just increases HP recovery from all sources by a ton. The thing is, this effect, while necessary, is not impactful against the enemy. It's impactful for your survival. But that means that you're trading damage or damage reduction for the ability to recover HP, which in most cases you would just go with the color that gives you HP instead of equipping a supporter that gives you HP. It was like a different time when this supporter was designed, and it was good then, but now it's not that great. So keep that in mind. The active is going to also restore HP, 28% of your lost HP, and that gets increased by 64%. I mean, 64% of that 28%. Keep that in mind. So yeah, it was a pretty decent supporter at the time. Now most people don't use it, but it is there. We also have Akane. Akane is another supporter that you may use. Unlike Yozora, Akane is a great supporter by herself. She increases damage and further increases damage, critical damage, against bosses, while the active provides HP recovery. This is super great for characters who have strong green builds and didn't have HP recovery. Unlike Yozora, this one would be effective always. You can even put it in the sub slot and it's great. Then let's see which other ones we have. HP recovery. This one doesn't count. Like, its HP recovery is an extra passive, not the main effect or the main appeal of this one. Well, it is the main appeal, but not the main effect. Let's see. Checking. Well, I guess this supporter counts. Suzune. Yamato Suzune. We already know this one. It is super great because it gives you a ton of attack buffs. It gives you a great debuff in the form of a snare. And it also restores HP by 30%. 30% of your lost HP. So it is a great supporter. This is kind of what we use instead of Yozora nowadays. Whenever you want HP recovery and you don't have HP recovery on the red build. Let's see, what other ones? If I'm missing something, you may tell me. Like, obviously I'm missing certain supporters that we checked last time, like last time a while ago, but when I did the video on blue region. Let's see, which other one? I think not. These ones, of course, they were on the other video. Oof, this one provides... No, it doesn't give... This one gives particle drop and potion drop, which isn't that great. This one also counts as HP recovery, but it is a form of region, and we're trying to check like something that is going to help you out by giving you tons of HP. This is constantly going to give you HP. Yeah, this one. Misaki. Misaki is a really busted supporter. Look at this. This one is plus 15 and this one plus 14. That tells you how useful it is. 2 copies. You want these ones, trust me. And she increases damage on BR, but that's not the only thing that she does. She also has a great active, because it's going to heal the party by 20% of lost HP and increase particles by 40%. That's amazing. It is a great supporter. And you can equip 2 now, so that's great. Other healing supporters. Shizuru is her own niche because she revives. That's a little bit different. The same can be said about Shisui. Let's see. Oh, Yachiyo. Yachiyo. I mean, it's kind of a regen, but I think it's more of an ambulance effect rather than a regen. So let me read what this one does. So consumes 10% of particles every 10 seconds to restore max HP of yourself and ally characters by 6%. That's not that much, but it's a constant effect, and it only costs 10 particles. If you put this on a ranged attacker that is going to support the party, like for example Tokiko, and you give her, like Tokiko, you would with Tokiko, the basic enhancer, this is gonna be amazing because you're always going to fulfill that 10% particle requirement. Not apply when there aren't enough particles. As I mentioned, you will have those particles if you equip the basic enhancer, and you do want to equip the basic enhancer with Tokiko. So, also deals damage with the active to nearby enemies and restores 30% of particles, which gives her not exactly sustain, but it allows her to fulfill her role. It is a really good supporter. I don't use this one because I go with full damage strategies, but when I have spare materials, maybe I can enhance this one and show you how to use it. Because it is viable. It is viable, especially when you're struggling with HP. Let's see, which other one? Oh, yeah, Lamarck. Lamarck is not great. It is there, but it's not ideal. So, increases healing effect on human type allies by 6%. Number one, it has a similar effect to Yozora, but Yozora has 60 something and this has 6%. So, even if it was 60, it wouldn't be that impactful, trust me. Then, damage by human type characters increase by 26%. Okay, that's nice. I think this one is for yourself, for the character equipped. It is not 30, but still we can do something with it. And the active immediately restores 26% of lost HP for ally characters and remove 33 debuffs, stun, and groggy state. If the target is human, recover an additional 5% of max HP. That's pretty good because this 5, it's of max HP, not of lost HP. So it is good. The issue, and I mean big issue, is this almost 70-second cooldown, which makes this basically unusable. I mean, you can, but it is rough to use this supporter. Because unlike Yachiyo, which is always going to heal you every 10 seconds, or almost always, this one you use with the active and that's it. So that's not great. Let's see, which other healing supporters do we have over this one? Reduce HP. No. This one is healing reduction. It is a different category. Let's see. I think that's about it. This one? No, this one gives you a buff. So yeah, those are the healing supporters. There's definitely a couple more. I don't remember them all. And I obviously omitted the blue ones that we checked last time. So why do we care about these supporters? Like, most of them you don't. For example, Yozora is just outdated. She's like, we don't have any scenario where we want to use her anymore. But Akane is super, super great. Because she's going to increase damage. Just like that. The other ones, the VR ones. Where are they? Here. Yachiyo and Misaki. Why do we care about this one? Because they have great damage increase, Misaki, and Yachiyo has constant healing, which is going to be pretty effective when not using a healer, number one, a dedicated healer, or basically if you're not using Lapis and you are not using Mind Control or White Feather Asuka, you're going to be using these supporters. Like, I hope that most new players are actually grabbing Oboro so that they can use Mind Control on VR. But if you're not, these supporters you do want to equip. So let me show you what they offer. Let's start with a single run. And we're gonna use someone who is good with green, but is unable to heal themselves. For example, I could use Spinel, but I don't want to use specifically Spinel. Astaroth is going to demolish everything, so no, something a little bit... no, this one has healing. Let's see. Ingrid is perfect. Like, she isn't max level, so that's great for this purpose. We're gonna be using this weapon that enhances the green build. And we're gonna be using, let's see, can I equip crit? Perfect, like that. So, first of all, we're going to put Akane here on the main. Secondly, we're going to increase our damage even further so that we can eliminate everything. So, what could I equip? Oh yeah, there we go. This one, and I can actually leave this as it is because it gives me a little bit of damage reduction, which is gonna be nice because she doesn't have any form of healing. So these are gonna be the supporters. For the weapon, we're gonna be using Ad Hoc Blade, 5 out of 5 plus 15. We're gonna be using critical Magatamas, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they are all critical damage. Whatever weapon, 3 out of 5. Can I enhance that a little bit? Do I have something better? Yeah, I do, but ooh, it's not enhanced. What a shame. So I'll keep this one, 3 out of 5. Plus 13. Whatever critical Magatamas. Crescent Slash. Evil Flare. Yeah, Evil Flare because it is pretty fun. And the basic enhancer. The one that gives you additional damage. So these are the stats for the customs. The stat training, I think that it has little, yeah. And let's test out how this supporter is supposed to work. Obviously, you're going to melt the enemies, but you're not going to be able to avoid every single instance of damage. That's why we want with this supporter. So that we can just eliminate the... well, recover some HP. And preferably these supporters, the ones that give you HP according to the amount of HP lost, you want to use them when you have low HP, because that's going to give you more value. You can also, if you know that you're not going to die or you're not going to risk yourself, you can use them just so that you start the cooldown. That's another viable thing. I know it's like I'm contradicting myself, like save it for the very end when you're about to die, or just use it at the very beginning. But it works. It actually works that way because you want to use this effect as many times as possible. Come on. I just want a safe spot, and that worked. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And this supporter also deals damage, just so that you know. Okay, perfect. Nice. And I can use it now, for example, to increase my HP. So that I wait for the animations for the next wave. And I can just reduce the cooldown. Oof. Oof. That was close. He almost got healed. Nice, nice, nice. So this is going to reduce the cooldown of the supporter. Just waiting that animation. And nice. Okay. That wasn't the greatest spot to do that, but as long as I manage. You're going to be avoiding a lot of hits whenever you use these supporters like this with a character who doesn't have HP recovery, because you have to manage your HP. So yeah, I know it's not like a usual play, but keep in mind that I don't have other ways of HP recovery. So avoid the attacks properly. Woof. Come on, come on, come on. 1, 2, 3. And I have to avoid more attacks. A little bit more. And take this. Nice. So I just have to do this and... Oh. Okay, that worked. Perfect. Perfect. And I can... Oh, well, I could have used the HP recovery after that. But it died. So yeah. That's the kind of style that you want to do. The kind of gameplay that you want to do when using a character that doesn't heal and you rely on your supporters active. So this is kind of outdated, I know. Most people are not going to use them this way. But what are we going to do? We're also going to test this on VR. I'm just going to equip this. I just changed my setup because I finished getting stat trainings on Spinel. So, what are we going to do? We're going to remove this. First of all, we're going to remove the healer. And we're going to get a tank. This is... Yeah, I'm going to change that too. We're going to get a tank because we want a tank or counter to get the attention of the enemy. Preferably our tank is also going to have some form of support. So what we're going to do is that we're going to put demon, machine. Where are the other demons? Demon and demon. Perfect. Like that. So we're going to use defensive Magatamas, as you see. There. Nice. Oh, actually, my mistake. We should be using this. Yeah. Anti-human? No. Anti-demon. Why are we using that weapon? Because it further enhances the damage reduction against demons with this effect. So it's even tankier with this weapon. Then we're gonna be using this, Misaki. Let's equip Misaki. And not only Misaki, but also Yachiyo. Even though my Yachiyo is not enchanted, that doesn't matter because this is Murasaki. Murasaki is going to survive. As simple as that. It is great to have a Murasaki. Where is Yachiyo? There she is. Yachiyo. So this is going to allow me to heal the party a lot. And I'm gonna go melee because, I mean, it would be easier to go range and it would make a little bit more sense. But this will allow me to heal. They will expose me more so that I need that healing. So let's see. For the last one, what would be great? I guess that I'm going to equip not this one. Something that gives me more defense. This would be specifically good here. I might as well. Nah. Let's go with Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I'm going to combo it. So, I'm gonna get this so that I increase my damage, and I'm also going to use with someone else um, New Year, New Year Heavy so that I can poison the enemy. So, Murasaki is going to be an off tank by having Great Attack Senpu, Fuji no Jin. You may change Fuji no Jin. Why? Because in VR, the AI is not always that smart about using counters. So it is okay if you decide to change it. You can use tentacle. I'm gonna keep tentacle hold, and great axe isn't. I don't think so. The critical rate is not great. Tentacle mine, yeah. With hold and Senpu, I'm gonna heal myself on top of healing with these two. And I'm tanky enough thanks to the poison effect that gives me damage reduction with this supporter, and the weapon and the Magatamas. So, obviously, max out. These are the stats for stat training, the custom. 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, plus 14, both of them. There we go. And for the main, let's see. I need someone who is going to take damage, so that I need that healing. But first, let's finish with the supporters. So I'm gonna be using a mechanical dart knife because it is pretty good. I do recommend it for players who like everyone actually, like even whales. This is probably the best option for. I forgot her name. For Tokiko on VR. So it is great. Use it, especially with the basic enhancer. Anti-demon wind Magatamas, whatever weapon, 5 out of 5 plus 10. This one is 5 out of 5 plus 5. But I mean, it's easy to reach like more because it's an SR. For effects, Evil Eye Clairvoyance to reduce the defense, Taimanin Art Blast to reduce the defense, Basic Enhancer to synergize with the weapon and be ranged. Here, I could, but let's do something. Let's don't. Let's make it a little bit more difficult. I'm going to put Misaki so that I have double the healing. And I'm also going to use, I guess, this one. And that one is fine. Perfect. So, another thing. If you want, I'm actually going to do it. You can go with, where are they? With HP Magatamas. And that's perfect because you're going to receive more healing. So instead I'm gonna go with HP Magatamas on the sub slot. Like this, perfect. So I'm gonna be more tanky. Yeah, because I don't have that much damage increase. I do have damage increase, but these two are gonna be defensive. So yeah, that's gonna keep me alive as well as the healing. And lastly, I need a really aggressive damage dealer. So either Spinel, Astaroth, or Shiranui, because those have the Wicked Star weapons. So I'm gonna go with Shiranui. And let's go with Fire. Let's go Pure Fire. Pure Fire, because these are anti-demon. And then whatever on the sub slot. And then both weapons 5 out of 5 plus 15. She's level 87, stat training, custom, and let's go with those skills. What color? What color do I want? I want to be, I don't know. Let me check the skills. Which is the one? I mean, Rondo red, but critical damage, damage increase, but no. Blue, critical rate. Oh my god. Her skills are not that great. I think I'm gonna use Rondo. And I think I'm gonna go red. Okay. Let's keep it that way. So, since we are doing the healing theme, I wouldn't need it. No, I won't. Because I actually don't need it because of Rondo. So, that's a 40% damage increase. What gives me more than 40? This supporter for sure. And let's see. And this. And I guess I'll use it but on the sub slot because it is just that effective. The Suzune. It's just great. Rondo. Sogetsuin. I mean, we don't care about the critical rate, but rather the AoE that this skill provides is very good for dealing with waves of enemies. And oof. Yeah, oof. Oof, oof, oof. I guess like that, but if I do that, then I don't want this. I want something different. My god, what could be good? What could be good? I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking. Like, which supporter would be good? I think that I'm gonna be using Stella. Just Stella, like that. And let's go. So, for this one, I'm going to be dealing as much damage as possible with Shiranui while the other two support me. Will I? Will I be able to deal with it? Oof. Well, at the very least, I'm not going to die. I can tell you that. It is pretty effective on that part, this build. Yeah, I think I can deal with it. But the problem are the mobs. My other characters are getting distracted with the mobs. So I'll deal with some of them. Like that. Perfect. Nice, nice, nice. Pretty effective. And even though I don't have a dedicated healer, see how my other two characters are tanking it perfectly while providing value for me. I think I'm gonna do it with someone who actually doesn't heal. Like, I could with Astaroth, but I think that I'm gonna go further. This is 60. This is 60. Yeah. Let's say that we do it in 80, where it's a little bit more challenging. But we use instead Astaroth. Astaroth has no way of healing herself, unlike Shiranui. She does have a Wicked Star weapon, so she's going to be pretty tanky. But she's going to be basically doing all the damage. Like, they do have damage increase to some degree, the other two, but they are not as effective. So, because they're fulfilling other roles as counter, debuffer, and healer. Let's see. Let's go with Fire, Fire, and Fire. Ika Fire. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Nice. So blue doesn't seem like a bad idea, actually. Let's use that. Not Onigumo on the main, but I'll put Onigumo. I'll also put Arabella. Easy peasy. And I don't want to go limited. Let's go with I actually don't know what I could use specifically with Astaroth without going limited. What increases my damage? The problem is that I don't have heavy comp. Like, I do have one copy, but that's not enough, and we cannot equip multiples. So in the well, yeah, I'll accept that. I'll accept that. It is good enough. And I just do this. And that's it. Perfect. Lava Servant, Fire Wave in this case. I want to do it myself. It's going to be manual, so let's see how effective that healing is. By having supporters and a damage dealer. Fortunately, I don't have damage reduction on Suppress, so that's great. But the other two do have damage reduction. So, yeah. But doesn't matter, because my god, why when I use the active? Uh, the other one is the are not dealing that much damage. They are dealing damage, but not compared to Astaroth. Come on. There. Eliminate. Oh, come on. Why? Why do you select the mob? Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Supernova. And most of them are eliminated. Perfect. Great, great, great. So as you can see, my HP is fine. Well, part of it is that I am evading, actually. That's why I didn't want to use Astaroth. But also, you are not going to be in danger if you're using a Wicked Star user. So this is going to be most effective when you're still strengthening your account. Because for me, it's like I could maybe even I could do an Astaroth solo. Maybe, I'm not sure, but there we go. Let's see what happens. Just to finish now, for real this time. If I use someone else, someone not as easy, who's not going to evade, who has not healing, who could it be? Someone who does not have healing on their kit, but this is range. Heaviko. I mean, technically she has pseudo healing, but not like good healing. So yeah, we could use these. We could actually use these. So one more time, that triple, quadruple fire with whatever Magatamas. Nice. So both weapons 5 out of 5, plus 15, plus 11. That's the level, max level. The stats from stat training, from the customs. For skills, the question is what color. I could use these to synergize with the weapon, and it is actually pretty good. This one has the no. I'll use this because of the enemy that I'm facing. Because if it was a single target enemy, perhaps I would go green or red. But since it's an enemy with mobs, a windmill is going to be most effective. For this one, I'm going to be using her as a damage increase supporter, and also this one, and also, yeah, with this one I am going limited. Because the weapon is already enhancing the skill, so I will go limited. So yeah, this one is going to receive hits. Well, honestly, as long as your counter perform their role, technically you shouldn't, but this one has more chances because she has to stay near the enemy, especially near all the enemies, so that she can do that. Oh, I forgot about the skills. But honestly, we're going to use mostly Octopus Whirlwind. I think that's the name. We also have Octopus Field, which is great as long as you evade an attack. We also have Constrict with this. And look how I eliminate... Well, not eliminate, but I deal with the enemies. It is pretty effective for dealing with waves of enemies. And done. Oh, I don't have the particles. I thought I mean, I did, but the enemy has particle reduction. So there we go. I just do constrict and... Oh! Well, I receive hits, but look at myself. I'm still there. And though the healing is not, like, constant, it is significant enough for me to be alive. Look at that particle absorption for Murasaki using Yachiyo provides me that HP recovery every now and then. And the active of the supporter is going to save me on a pinch. But the AI doesn't know how to use it properly. That's the only issue. You see, they just use it there. So yeah, even though I do not have HP recovery, I can rely on the supporters, and I mean Murasaki and Tokiko, to cover that weakness for me. So for those who do not have Oboro with mind control, or their Oboro is not strong enough for BR, do consider using healing supporters. So there we go. Nice. God, damage. But guess what? Healing is here. Nice. The only issue is that I don't think I have the damage. Perhaps I do. Perhaps I can manage. Okay, let's use that ultimate. Yeah, probably Hebiko was the best example out of the 3 characters that I selected, because Shiranui had her own healing. Astaroth didn't need to take any hits because of her mobility, but Hebiko is taking hits. And you can see that even though I receive a ton of hits, she's performing pretty well. Come on, there. Nice. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to beat it. What a shame, but it is what it is. I almost managed, but the important thing is that you can see that this is effective because I am not dead. Everyone has almost max HP. Hebiko has a little bit of damage, but it works. You just have to adjust it to a floor where you are able to deal enough damage. And the HP is not as monstrous as 81. So yeah, guys, you should definitely use these supporters if you're lacking Oboro, White Feather Asuka, or Lapis. Like, at the beginning of the game, you're gonna have like maybe 3 characters, and maybe they are not. You didn't select Oboro and Lapis as your 2 other characters to level up, along with your starter character. So it probably is a good idea to just use those healing supporters instead. If you have the two Misakis, that's great. We just received Yachiyo, and now I show you. I hope you didn't burn it. Like, having 1 copy is more than enough. I burned my other copies. I don't think that Yachiyo is one that you need. Like, it is good, but Oboro just diminished her value because you can just immobilize the enemy and then you do not receive damage at all. Or you can just rely on Lapis, which she can be a damage dealer, a dedicated damage dealer, while providing healing already. So, yeah, it is pretty good. So, use those supporters in case you don't have these 2. And if you don't, start building them. Trust me, you want to. So, that's gonna be about it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And once again, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. I hope that we can make this channel grow even more. And I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!